we're going to make wheat flake cookies. And we're actually going to use bran flakes or wheat flakes cereal from a box. And so let's get started. First, let's start off with a large bowl, and we're going to start off with 1/3 cup of solid shortening into our bowl. And we're just going to cream that real quickly. Now you can use a spoon or a spatula if you don't want to use your hand mixer. It's going to be really up to you. We're also going to put in a 1/2 cup of granulated sugar. And I'll just mix that and cream that together. Alright. That's what we got so far. And now we're going to put in 1 beaten egg at room temperature. And combine that. And you want this to combine well enough that it becomes very creamy. In your bowl. So it will look like this. The next thing that we're going to put in is 1½ tablespoons of milk. That was 1½ tablespoons. And then I'm just going to bring that together. Now that has thinned it out some. It's very creamy, very light at this stage. What we're going to do is we're going to need 1 cup of sifted all-purpose flour. And I'm just going to put that into a smaller bowl for the moment. That was 1 cup of sifted all-purpose. We're going to put in a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and then we're just going to mix that together with our spoon. We're going to go back to our wet ingredients, and we're going to put our mixer on very low, or you could do this by hand. Just want to start mixing that flour into that. So I'm really on a low speed right now. But you don't want to really overbeat these cookies. The rest of the flour. All right. Now with my spatula, I'm just going to combine the rest of it. And this is what I have so far. Okay. After that's been done, what you're going to do is you're going to put in a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla into your bowl. And you're also going to put a 1/2 cup of cut, or chopped, I should really say, I have dried cherries. And that was a 1/2 cup. Now, if you don't like dried cherries, you could put chopped dates in this cookie, and that goes quite well. and then just fold those cherries in. And then you're going to need a half a cup of chopped nuts of your choice, walnuts, pecans, whatever type of nut that you like, and just fold that into your cookie dough. And that's what it looks like. Okay. And what you're going to need also is 1.5 cups, again, of your wheat or your bran flake cereal. And what I did was I actually took the cereal, put it in a plastic bag, and then what you want to do is just run it over with your rolling pin. You don't want to crush the flakes too much, but you don't want them whole. You want them broken in about half. So just use your rolling pin or with your hand just to crush them lightly, and then you can put the 1.5 cups into a bowl. The next step that you're going to do is you're going to use just a teaspoon of the cookie dough, and you're going to drop it right into your flakes. You also are going to need your cookie sheet well greased. And once you do that, you're really just going to toss the cookie around into your flakes. You can slightly press them in if you want. And you really want to make sort of a round ball. When they bake, though, you're going to place them 3 inches apart because they are going to spread. And then they're going to look like this. And then just lay them on your cookie sheet. Let's do another one. Just take a teaspoon and just plop it right into those flakes and then toss it around. You'll be forming sort of a round ball of the dough and the flakes. And just lightly press them in. You know, just lightly toss them. And they'll look like this. And then just place them on your tray. Do one more. And again, it'll form a ball, and then you want to cover it well with the cereal, like this. And lay them 3 inches apart on your cookie sheet. Now you're going to bake them at 400 degrees, and they'll come up very quickly. So I start checking mine about 8 minutes or so to see how they're coming along. This is how they also, I made some ahead of time before they're cooked. They're really easy. Just drop them and roll them. And again, place them 3 inches apart on your cookie sheet. I have some baked to show you, and this is how they turn out. It's a very light cookie. Really a pretty golden brown that these cookies come out. And I don't know if you can see, but I'm going to break the inside. They're extremely moist and light. So give this recipe a try. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment. I'd like to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.